Hi, I'm Steve Spencer from SMB Capital, and today I want to walk you through a couple of trades that we reviewed in our morning meeting. And before we get into the trades, here's a picture of kind of the written game plan notes that help people follow along as I'm doing the morning meeting. I'm broadcasting a morning meeting before the market opens each day from our trading desk. And the format of the meeting is at the beginning we talk about things with catalyst, fresh news. We call those things in play. That's what SMB is pretty well known for. After we work our way through those, then I go on to a series of setups. There's usually a few of them every day called second day plays in technical setups. And what those are literally is they're second day plays where on the prior day they had a fresh catalyst. We watched those things trade. We determined how strong or weak they were. We made a note of important price levels. And then we develop a trade on the second day, good risk reward trade on the second day based on that information we gathered on day one. And the other type of things that are discussed in those second day and technical setups are just technical setups. And so there were two of those today. The top number 1 and 2 ideas were M and Macy's, MU, Micron. And those were two things from the morning meeting. You can actually go to our YouTube page and watch the morning meeting from May 17th where I discussed those things. But right now, I'm kind of going to zoom in, how did they trade, and kind of talk to you a little bit about how we like to trade these setups. So M was the number 1 second day play. On day one, it was very strong, had strong earnings, they raised guidance. You can see here's a 30-minute chart, had a very strong opening drive, pulled in a little bit, and then the rest of the day basically just consolidated at the high. And so that's a classic strong day one setup for a long follow through on day two. And so the next chart we're looking at here is kind of drilled down 5-minute. What I have superimposed on it is actually the written notes from that summary I showed you at the top of the video, where I'm highlighting the support levels and the resistance levels that I've identified. And so when something is setting up and you have a long bias in it, there's two ways to kind of enter into that long trade traditionally. Number one is support one, which quite often is support from day one. And you can see I've highlighted that on the left side of the notes there. And you'll enter in a pullback on the open at that level. And if you can't get an entry there, meaning it's so strong on the open it doesn't pull back to that level, you'll use resistance from day one, the high from day one, or R1 to judge the strength for a breakout. And so I've highlighted those two levels with the blue horizontal lines. The first one, the lower one, is the day one resistance. And I got an alert right on the open, basically giving me a heads up, hey, it's above this level, get long. Some people will automate the trade where they'll just get long above that level automatically and risk usually 1/10 of an ATR, 0.15 of an ATR on a breakout trade. And then confirmation that the trade is starting to work is once it gets above that second blue line. And so on a short-term, like quick 5-minute chart, if very quickly, if it moves through both of those levels, you're usually in pretty good shape for a long trade. And then as targets, we'll use from the notes R2 and R3 as basically targets. And the second trade was more of a technical setup. This is MU, a stock that was a really good long a couple of weeks ago, was down in the 46, 47 area, was a long setup, really nice swing trade. But then after about 7 or 8 trading days, it was up over 20% and really starting to accelerate away from that trend. And I thought it was due for a pull-in. And what you can see is at the end of this, we're looking at the 30-minute right now, you can see it was starting to move more vertically and away from kind of that uptrend that was forming. And usually when that happens is you'll get a move back down to the trend or even sometimes through that trend to recent support from a few days ago. And so the notes for that were also in the second day technical setup in the game plan. Kind of see I highlighted different important prices. And in this case, my bias was short. And you can see this is a 2-day chart. So you can see on day one, I'm highlighting for you there. The top blue line is, I believe, 56.5. That was resistance most of the day on day one. It got above there at the end of the day. With the gap down in the market this morning, we were gapping below that. And so I could use that to see if the stock possibly failed there, or if it had a hard down move during the day and started to hold below the first support, then we could look for a move down to S2 on the short side. And so in this case, you can actually see right on the open, it very quickly spiked up. I got an alert right before that resistance area, 56.50 to 56.80. This trade offered about 30 cents of risk for about $2.50 of downside to S2, and you can see right on the open. And actually, the funny thing about this trade is I got the alert right on the open. It spiked up there. I immediately, I didn't have a script in there to short it automatically for me. I actually just had a price alert, and I threw up an offer at 56.45. I didn't get taken, so I actually had to start shorting this as it came down and showed weakness. And what I did for that was I waited for it to actually get below $56, start to hold below, and once I saw that weakness and took out the morning support, then I was just using the intraday price action. And so sometimes you have to call an audible during intraday when the trade's unfolding if you're having fully automated the trade in advance. And in this case, which happens quite often in real life, the ideal price at that top blue line where I wanted to initially enter, I couldn't get. And so I had to wait for it to hold below a key support, which was 56, based on the day one price action. And then eventually in the afternoon when the market sold off, it hit S2 down at 54 before bouncing back up to 55. So it was another low risk setup. What we call this is short-term overextended. And it's another one that comes off quite often in the morning game plan. Hopefully you learned something. Thanks.